Howdy-ho, Arkansas Pilgrim here. This is my SHEDWARS22 entry video for Northern Hemisphere. Finally decided to stop hemming and hawing and going ahead and plunge in. Had so many things going on. Everybody's busy, but I finally decided to go ahead and just, like I said, jump right in. My name is Guy. I live in Arkansas, as you might have guessed from the name Arkansas Pilgrim, and I'm in zone, well, it's right on the borderline of 7A, 7B. I think, is it 7? Or is it 6? Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm in the twilight zone. Anyway, but I'm pretty sure it's zone 7, kind of smack dab in the middle. And I have grown in raised beds. And actually, I have a couple of raised beds as a kind of like a planter bed around the porch of my house. But as you can see, well, let's see if I can switch this here and show you. No. Well, as I said, I've grown in raised beds in the past. And actually, this is a spot where I had 2 4x4 square foot garden raised beds way back when we first moved here. Then I built a greenhouse. This is actually a chicken coop now, even though there's no chickens in it. But I built this as actually to try to keep deer out, as was my original plan. And I had raised beds in it. It's actually 16 by 20 feet. And so I had 16-foot long raised beds in it, a couple of 4-foot wides, and I think a 2 and a 1, the way I worked it out with some like little 1-foot paths between them. Was fairly successful in growing stuff in there, except for my closed in. It actually didn't have that roof on it at the time, but it did have chicken wire just as a roof. It kind of kept birds from being able to get bugs at all. So I kind of had insect problems that I might not have had if I'd actually just had it in the open. But and then I turned it into a greenhouse, and all that it taught me was that I don't know anything about greenhouses. I didn't realize that greenhouses are mostly intended for extending growing seasons, getting started sooner and having a warm place for your plants, not growing like commercial greenhouses do with hothouses and tomatoes full, growing full. Because, I had it as a greenhouse in the winter, and it, well, nothing produced because it may not have froze inside, but it got cold, and plants don't produce in the cold. So this is a chicken house now. Now I took all the really good soil that I had in those planter beds, and I put it out in this area. Actually, this area has been amended quite a bit with leaf mulch and stuff that has been gathered up from different places on the property here. And so the area actually surrounds the whole chicken house. It's another planting area here. This has all kind of been amended, but I'm going to be going to the Back to Eden garden method. I've kind of got a little bit of a start here. I've got a bunch of mulch, and there's my shadow. Hey, poor cinematography. I've actually put chopped up leaf mulch here, gonna cover the ground with, and I got a few volunteer cabbages left. Well, they're not exactly volunteer. I actually planted them, but they all got eaten, and then out of nowhere, these cabbages popped up. You can see a lot of little paper scraps. Those are left over from putting some cardboard down to help keep weeds down during Shed Wars this last time. So I'm going to be doing a transition to Back to Eden gardening with no till, so we'll see how that works. I'm going to have a layer of some mulch and something, but it'll probably mostly be growing in the soil underneath, which is not all that great. It's not as bad as the unamended soil, but it still compacts pretty bad. And well, I hope to do better than I did last Shed Wars, where I was expecting so much, but I was used to my last real great growing attempt had been in the raised beds, which had great soil, and this is better than average soil, but not near as good as what I had. So we'll see how it all works out. We'll all go along on the on this SHEDWARS22 trip together. So that's enough for now. God bless y'all. See you next time.